Hey everyone, it's Rotana and Arnold, the new ABC co-founders. We are here for the new ABC show number 7 on life skill for the freelancing economy. Hi, Natalis. I don't know if it's the right pronunciation. Thanks for joining us. Yes, Arnold is Dutch, so maybe Arnold, you can give an introduction to our participant today.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. The new ABC is we're creating actually a movement to help young folks all over the world to prepare themselves for this new economy, for the new ways of working. And we're already having really good results all over the world. So that's where we want to give you an update. So you're most welcome to join or ask us any questions. But let's get first started with we did our internal program with people from all over the world, and based upon our review and feedback, we are changing into a new focus. So maybe you can elaborate on that, Rotana.
Yeah, absolutely. Our program was initially a learning quality growth program called Practice What You Preach. So a program for young people for learning the life skills now through many activities like running webinars, but also working on co-creating activities like creating a logo. We'll tell you more about that because we have a new logo and contact details for the new ABC. But now we switch to the new worker program that we call, because it's more about life skills for working in the 21st century. And because there is two main reasons for that we noticed with Arnold is about unemployment, youth unemployment. There is like 75 million youth who are jobless, and also about the rise of the freelancing economy. So again, practice what you preach, not what you pitch. Maybe
I like that practice.
I like that too. Yeah, because it's about that. It's about walking the talk and learning by doing. Because again, we have done how many webinars, Arnold, with our global community of young people?
Something like 15 or so.
Yeah, and we call them webinars, learning by doing, done by young people for young people. So most of them are facilitators and also co-writers of their content related to their webinar on my passions and also dealing with change, and also their work coordinators. So meaning that they truly learn how to collaborate together remotely and globally, you know. But coming back to our program, the new worker, we are clearly more focused on the main shift that a worker any workers can make, you know. So
can make, but also should make, because if you don't do that, well, I'm inclined to say that you're doomed. Yeah, because there is no work. If you still have that old mindset, if that old way of doing, where you are reactive, where you are not learning anymore, where you just say, I have my specialty, I know that, and I'm going to wait someone else to tell me what to do, I say you're doomed, because there will be no work, or only very low level work, which will be something which at the same time will be very soon taken over by robots, or is already being taken over by robots. So if you want to create and build a future for yourself, you really have to adapt your mindset. You have to adapt. You have to learn new ways of working, and that is where we're focusing on, and that is already happening, because again, there are no jobs there, and there will not come any jobs, because again, that's an old mindset, like we just have to create jobs. But it means, for instance, that you have to create 42 million new jobs every year.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. So that means that you have to create your own business, that you have to be your own boss, and not necessarily being an entrepreneur, but like that's why we called it, the title of the thing is the freelance economy. There are so many people who have multiple activities during the day. They might have a job for half a day, or they are an Airbnb host, or in the evenings they're an Uber driver, or so everything in the sharing economy. There are millions of people there, but that requires different skills. It's not something which comes really naturally.
Yeah, absolutely. And our focus is more on workers with drive, who are between 25 and 35 years old, and of course elderly people, but who want really to make a difference in our community and in their community also, and in the world, and of course who speak English. So that's what Arnold said. People who are also in this sharing economy, because it's not just about employees and startups, but also people who might be stuck, stuck because they're still looking for a job, or be stuck in their corporation, SMBs, big corporation, even startups,
Yeah, and they're not happy, and they don't know what to do. So what we offer and what we help is to really, prepare yourself and make that shift. We call it the shift towards being a new worker, which is ready for the new thing. And as we have tested it and piloted all the new stuff, then we are very comfortable that it works and it provides a great result. So that is what we're doing. So let's move on to the second topic around the the meetings which we had this week. I've had many meetings with people who are involved in supporting incubators, people who are venture capitalists, people who are in organizations supporting those organizations.
You need to answer to this question.
Yeah, no, that's not me. So something is wrong. Blob is screwing up my profile apparently. So
no, maybe there's another Arnold Beckers.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't say. So I don't know. No, I'm sorry, Nathalie. By the way, is your name a pseudonym? Because it sounds very nice, Nathalie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Dutch joke. You cannot understand, Rotan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm French, so I don't get it. Please join us anytime. By the way, Nathalie, we can open the seat.
And yesterday I went to an event from Campus Warsaw, which is a Google for entrepreneurs, which are starting a regional activity in Warsaw, but they were connecting with the Budapest scene. And maybe you could share a little bit more about Google for entrepreneurs, because it's really, really interesting.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing your handle, Nathalie. Not Nathalie. We're glad to connect. About Google Entrepreneurs is, as you know, there is a lot of event worldwide around the startups ecosystem with VCs, but also Startup Weekend. And Arnold went to this event yesterday where he met some people who were in a panel who were discussing about how they can develop organically the startup scene, around VCs and the startup ecosystem, mostly around apps like Prezi or Ustream, for instance. And they're also interested in mentoring and coaching too, because if you sign up, for instance, on Google Entrepreneur, you might see some possibilities for joining some physical spaces like co-working spaces, or or any other place where you can connect with people via the web, but also physically, in person, when you can meet some mentors, VCs, and also just see what are the possibilities. Simple as that. So that's what they are doing.
And a lot of events, community events, which they're organizing, and really linking people and really building that ecosystem here in Central Europe. So it's really nice to be connected with that. Yeah, so I think a lot of developments and more are all of these organizations are seeing that life skills are really, really, really critical. So that is something that is really, really needed, and more people are seeing that what we're doing is really crucial for people's success.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our more tangible stuff as well, the logo and the email.
So about the logo, you can see right now in blog or Twitter or any places that we are on the web, like Facebook, Google Plus, for instance, or even YouTube, that we changed yesterday our logo. So it basically just some letters in black and with a background in white. I'm seeing that Nathalie has some remark or questions. Working a lot with empathy, self-compassion, and more positive psychology. Yeah, we are also into a lot into that because it's related to life skills and social skills, Arnold, right?
Well, actually, they're all on our list. So
yeah, if you dig the SlideShare deck, Natalie, you will see that we have a life skills table per category, like observing, leading, and other like learning and collaborating. We are focusing on these life skills through our program, and we will be glad to discuss more about that. So maybe coming back to our logos, yeah, you can see now that it's more 3 cubes because the new ABC is about the new activities based on co-creation, and that's what we are doing with young people, but also any journalists and specialists, as being our journalists. And we really love this logo actually because again, even yesterday morning, it was still some letters in black and a background in white, and not so much maybe meaning with the co-creation that we love so much with Arnold. And again, we are journalists, so we like to play with different perspectives, views, ideas, actions, and engage with different networks so we can co-create product, services in an impactful initiative related to social entrepreneurship, of course, because we are a social entrepreneurship organization. But at the same time, we are also a lot into mentoring, coaching, and learning. That's what we are doing.
Yeah, and the good thing is that as Tamas, our highly valued CTO, is also working on our website, which will be hopefully will open soon.
Yeah.
We also have now some emails. So here's an email to contact us. But obviously there's one Rotana at TheNewABC, Arnold at TheNewABC.net, and Tamas at TheNewABC.net. So that's really working on professionalizing and making a lot of the things available because more and more people are asking for it. Well, let's move on quickly to our international expansion. Maybe you can start a little bit about the Morocco experience, Rotana.
Yeah, absolutely. I just had a Skype conversation with Roena, who is into immersive learning and in Morocco. So she's doing a lot of work with travel agencies, but also a lot of students, where she helps people to learn a new language, simple as that. So this work is mainly done on the ground. Some of them are also done online, Skype, for instance. But I really had a deep and lovely chat with Roena, where we explore some possibilities for collaborating together, for developing simple as that, the new ABC in Morocco, if that's what they would love to do with us. But again, we are seeing overlaps with Arnold on how their values and their purpose are with the new ABC, because it's about not proofing yourself for the 21st century, especially young people who are still stuck again in their workplace or who would love to start new exciting initiatives. And that will be mainly in English again. So that's what we are seeing everywhere in different places, like the US. So maybe Arnold, you can share more about that because we had the chat with David yesterday morning.
Yeah, David, he's a young starting life coach in California, in LA actually, and we're really interested in he really totally can agree with the fact that we say young life skills is what is needed. He said there are so many very talented and young folks around, even in LA, in California, but they don't know how to express their talent. They don't know what to use it. They don't know how to apply it in this transitioning, challenging, crazy world. So we're talking with him to be our focal point for California, maybe even for the US, for what we're doing with the new ABC. So that's really, really exciting.
Yeah.
And lastly, last night at that Google event, I did meet a very smart lady from Iran called Sahar, and we are talking about how we can help with our program the young folks in Iran, because they're, well, for various reasons, rather isolated, but they really obviously also want to grow. They want to grow the startup scene. We're in discussion how we can help with TNA, the developments there. So again, a growing international interest in what we're doing, and more people are starting to understand and seeing what the value is. So really, really very good, and we're really excited about that, obviously, because that is what we want to. We really want to help people all over the world. Doesn't matter where they are. Yeah, we totally believe that every young person who wants to learn deserves to have a better future than there is now. So
Yeah.
that's where we want to help people. And again, we look for expanding fast because it's a huge problem. It's you mentioned already the number of unemployed, but there are something like 260 million young folks who are not in employment, not in education, not in training, not in anything, or just kind of isolated, and we really want to help them with our program.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's about combining both sides. It's not just by being tech savvy, but also be, I would say, life skills savvy. But that's a lifelong process. We know that it takes time. When we were our young folks, we did this 5-6 weeks program. So it takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and skill set to develop. But again, we are aware that it will take more months for being ready to work in global teams or projects, whatever you want, or even with us. We know that. So again, thank you, Natalie, for sharing your interest, and we'd love to connect with you. Yes, via DM and further conversation over Skype or Hangout. That's what we are doing with Arnold. So again, reach out to us for any question or thought via the contact at thenewabc.net, and we will reply you quickly.
Yeah, because that's what we want. Because again, it's we're just a small growing group of people, but we need many more people to help us with this dream, if with this purpose, what we want to do. So we cannot do that just with a small team. So we need many more people all over the world to help with all these young people, to basically give them a future and learn to be leaders of their own life.
That's it. And you will have the opportunity to speak in Dutch with Arnold, maybe not with me, because I speak only French and Cambodian and English. But yeah, I'm keen to learn some Dutch. So let's wrap up then, Arnold. That was it for today. Oh, thank you for your, I don't know how to call that in Blab. It's props or something like this. Yeah, I can give you some props too, Arnold. But yeah, if you were joining us, yeah, we'll give you some props too. So looking forward to connecting with you, Natalie, and with Arnold. And have a great Friday, and take care.
Okay, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, until the next one. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.